Yo, like to welcome y'all back out to the channel, man. It's the boy Chaos, right back with y'all. Today, want to come and talk about something very powerful, something else that I keep very near and dear to my heart, and that's been very essential in building my magic and building my consciousness, and that's the power of herbs. I've been using herbs, different combinations for like the last couple of years. And today I just want to come and share some of the different combinations and some of the different things that I do with herbs, and pretty much that's it, man. That's pretty much what I'm doing with this channel. That's my whole purpose of putting everything up, and everything that I do, that I dedicate to this channel, is really just sharing, man. Anything that I find interesting, whether I find it on the internet or something that I learned, or I find it in a book, or something that I do that I find interesting, all dealing with the topic of magic, man. If I find it interesting enough, I just want to come and I just want to share, and that's what I'm dedicating this channel for, and this is what Music and Magic is for. So just want to come, and I wrote down a couple of notes because I have a lot of different herbs that I work with, and just over the past couple of years, I keep building, and I'm constantly working with new herbs. I'm constantly working with new oils, you know what I mean? Just trying out, man. Really, to me, and the way that I was taught magic from my teacher is that consciousness and spirituality really supposed to be science. You know, we really are supposed to be out here like experimenting and trying different things and seeing what works and what not works, and to what level do things work, you know what I mean? And just really just experiment with different things and different combinations and seeing how they work for you is really the basics of, just really being a magician, you know what I mean? And really trying to find the right potency, really the most potent things, the highest magicians and the highest wizards, they have the most potent remedies for anything that you need. So whoever's going to have the most potent remedies is going to be the most powerful. And you only get that by trial and error. And dealing with these herbs is one of the most powerful ways to really just unleash that. So one of the most common and also a powerful way to really start incorporating the herbs into your life is, of course, dealing with teas. Now, I ain't gonna really get into what each herb does, because you can really find it on just looking it up on the internet. So what I really just came and did is just compile, same thing I did with the crystals, just compile my favorite herbs and my favorite teas, and tell you what benefits that I've got from it just working with the herb. So one of my favorite herbs to deal with when I'm taking teas, it's hibiscus. It's a red herb. If anybody out there who don't know anything about hibiscus, please get you some hibiscus in your life. Hibiscus is really good for anything dealing with blood. Hibiscus will clean your blood out like no other herb. Anything dealing with like high blood pressure, anything like that, hibiscus is really good. There's another form of it that comes from Egypt. It's called like dried sorrel, S-O-R-R-E-L. If you can find that form of it, that's really potent too. I got both of those, and I like to combine them. Really good herb for the blood. Marshmallow root is another herb that I like to use, and I really started using marshmallow root like a couple years ago. And to me, whenever I drink it, I always notice that my dreams always become more vivid, and I always remember more of my dreams. I can remember more for a longer duration just working with the marshmallow root. And it's weird because like when I go look that up, I don't see that nowhere on the internet. So I don't know if that happens to more people or maybe it just happens to me. So that's why I say, when you're dealing with these herbs, it's really just experimenting, because what works for one person is not going to work for you, and what it does to you, it might not do to somebody else. So it's really different for everybody. So that's why it's really good for people and more people to come out and start sharing their experiences and telling their stories, and so we can all get feedback and put more of the puzzle together. So marshmallow root, to me, when I drink marshmallow root, it automatically gets me in a zone where I want to do meditative work, or it puts me in a very calming, peaceful state, and anything dealing with sleep. Best herb. Ginger is another herb that I use a lot. Now this is a herb that I really just started getting to recently. I remember the first time I ever tasted ginger, and I thought it was disgusting, and I just avoided it all the way up until maybe like 3 years ago in my life. Because it was just like, why would anybody, deal with anything that tastes like that? But just recently, when I really started getting into herbs, and I really started getting into just the power and the potency that's packed into certain herbs. It's my kyanite. Just the potency that's dealing with certain herbs. Definitely ginger, man, is one of those, man, super herbs. Definitely ginger's a super herb. And another good thing that ginger is good for when you're dealing with magic. Anytime that you're performing a spell, or that you're casting a spell, or that you're saying it out loud, or you're just casting anything out loud, it's really good to bite the ginger root raw before you do that, because that's gonna open up your throat chakra. That ginger is gonna hit your throat chakra, so you're supposed to bite the ginger right before casting any spells. A really good way to incorporate just that herb into your magic. But ginger also really good for teas, man. Anytime I have anything dealing with maybe my throat, or like the seasons changing, or something like that, the weather's whatever, might feel something, sniffles or something like that coming on, put the ginger in the tea, really good. A lot of these herbs that I'm naming right here that's under teas are really good for just healing. A lot of this, most of my teas that I take I'm trying to get some form of healing out of it, or some form of cleansing, or something like that. That's really what I use the teas, the tea herbs for. Also, another really, really good herb, probably one of the best herbs for healing. If you don't know about the power of turmeric, please just do a quick 15-20 minute study on the internet about the power of turmeric. This is something that I incorporated years ago. You know what I mean? I take it on and off. I always keep it in my system. Turmeric is so powerful. I take it in the capsule form, though. I don't take it as a tea. They have the capsule forms. Anytime you're dealing with capsule, make sure you research the company, man, because you can't trust a lot of these companies out there. Make sure you get it from a good company that you feel like you can trust, and you feel like it's organic. It really counts what the brand is. So if you got to pay a couple extra dollars, pay the couple extra dollars, because it'll be worth it. Get you some good turmeric, man. Very, very, very good for healing. Also, a couple herbs that I take just as extracts. Actually, I got a couple of them up here. Like you can get like the liquid extracts of any of the herbs. Burdock root is a really, really good herb. I've been using this herb for a couple of years. I incorporate burdock root in a lot of different ways. I take the root and I drain it and I make a tea out of it. Also, I can use it you can use it in a bath. But they also got it right here, the burdock. They also got the liquid form of it too. Like I said, if you don't know about burdock root, just look it up real quick. I'm telling you, this is a powerful herb just for me. Healing. Like I said, all of these herbs is healing. Anytime I'm having digestive problems, burdock root and another herb, milk thistle. Those two herbs are the best two herbs for your digestion. If you can get those in the liquid form, take care of your stomach. Anything, you have any type of stomach problems, just take those two herbs. It will take care of any type of stomach digestion problems that you may need. Also, herbs that I take, just you want to just building the mind, building your memory. Best herbs that I take, actually I got some right here. It's called Bacopa. Bacopa. It's a very, very, very good herb. I've been taking this for a couple of years. And also ginkgo. This is you can get them combined. This is actually Bacopa and ginkgo combined. For your memory, you want to start building your memory, the best herb, Gotu Kola. I take this in the liquid form. Very, very good herbs, man. Like I said, I've been taking these for years. This is what I've been working with, and I can test to their power, man. These they work. Definitely work, man. It's not a game. But you have to build it up. You know what I mean? Build a relationship with the herb. You have to constantly have it in your system. You know what I mean? It's the consistency that you have it. You know what I mean? You have to feed your cells. Different parts of your body regenerate different cells at different times. So let's say if you're trying to build up something in your liver, you're trying to get your liver right, well, the cells in your liver take a certain amount of time before they regenerate. So you would have to work with that herb for that certain amount of time that's dealing with your liver just to get the cells in your liver right. You understand? So you have it's a ritual. And a ritual is anything that you do ritualistically or consistently on a ritualistic basis, continuously. So whatever you're doing continuously, you know what I mean, over and over, that's a ritual. So you have to make it a ritual dealing with these herbs consistently. Also, another very powerful way to deal with the herbs that I like to do, man. This is my favorite way to deal with herbs personally. I love taking spiritual baths. Spiritual baths are so powerful. If you've never taken a spiritual bath, man, please just try it out. If you have, then you already know how powerful it can be, but there's different things that you can do, different things that you can incorporate to make the bath just a little bit more powerful, you know what I mean? So there's different herbs that I like to use, different combinations, and that's just what I want to do. Come and give you 3 of my, I just did like my top 3 baths. My first bath that I ever did, I got from Brother Panic. It was a cleansing or aura cleansing bath, and it was the first one I ever did, and it was so powerful that I just want to come give it to you, try it out. You know what I mean? You can have your own testimony and work with it. But the herbs that I worked with was basil, rosemary, and bay leaf. The combination of these herbs are very potent and very cleansing. So what you want to do, you get 1 ounce of each, 1 ounce of basil, 1 ounce of rosemary, 1 ounce of bay leaf. Now, the first time I did the bath, I didn't know that you were supposed to strain the herbs. What I did is I just put them in the pot, I let them boil, and then I took the whole pot and then I just put it in the tub. And then after the bath, I was stuck with a whole bunch of dry herbs in the tub, which I had to go out and clean out. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to take the herbs like you're about to make a tea with it. So you take the 3 herbs, get you a big pot, put it in the water, let it boil. You don't want to let it boil for long. Maybe no more than 10 minutes once the water get hot. Just like you're making tea. So, but once you strain it, you want to strain the whole thing, but take all the dry herbs and you put that to the side. And so you taking the water. So all the essence has been transferred over into the water. So when you go into this bath, you already have the water ran. This bath, you don't need like no candles or nothing like that. So pretty much all you got to do is just put it in. Just put the pot in. I like to say certain prayers or meditations before I get into the bath. I have certain things that I say before I get in. When you're dealing with magic, or if you gonna try to make a bath, something that you want to do on a consistent basis, which is something you should do. You should write something or have a saying. You know what I mean? Whatever the goal is. So let's say like this, or this is aura cleansing. So it's a cleansing ritual. So you need to have certain words that you say whenever you want to cleanse yourself. So anytime in the future, whenever you're doing magic to cleanse yourself, these are the words that you're going to say. So you're going to say these words on a consistent basis. That's making it a ritual. That's giving it power. So the more you do the bath saying those same words, the more and more powerful it's going to get. You know what I mean? And the more and more you're going to be able to attain whatever the goal is, that more faster. So that's one bath, and that's really good. And that's a really good bath to start with if you've never did a bath before, because some of these herbs are very powerful, and you know what I mean, they do induce certain trances in certain people, you know what I mean, especially if that's what you're going for. And there's nothing more powerful than being in water meditating. It's nothing more powerful than that. So another spell that well, not spell, well, I guess you call it what you want to, bath, it's for love. And this bath is not to make anybody try and fall in love with you. This is to surround you more with the love energy, more so, to make yourself more appealing, or make yourself more lovable, in so many words. So this bath calls for Hai-Jun the Conqueror. Anybody who knows anything about Hai-Jun the Conqueror, this is a very powerful root. You can tell just by the name. A very ancient root. This is something I've used in multiple different rituals. I've incorporated it multiple different ways. I actually have some different Hai-Jun the Conqueror roots buried in different parts of the states. Very, very, very powerful root. But if you're dealing with love, it's really a really, really good herb to deal with just attracting the energy of love. So you want to get you some Hai-Jun the Conqueror root. I want to say about an ounce of that. Lavender is another, man, probably top 5 herb for me. Anytime you're dealing with just that love energy, or just a peace energy, or you just want to feel just bliss, dealing with that lavender herb is very good. You can just take lavender, a lavender bath by itself with no other herbs, and just get you in the zone. But combining it with Hai-Jun the Conqueror root, and also get you some fresh rose. Get you some fresh roses. Get the petals, take the petals off, and put them in the bath. It's the reason you see shit like that in movies, man. Roses are so powerful. They say that roses are one of the highest vibrating things on the planet, just naturally. Just the frequency that it has and the energy that it emits is very, very powerful, and it emits a very strong love energy. So combining Hai-Jun the Conqueror, lavender, and rose is a very, very good combination. I like to do my herbs in trilogies. This right here is a herb. This is this bath right here is channeled by me. This is something that I was given and something that I was told to do. So you ain't gonna find this nowhere else. So get you Hai-Jun the Conqueror, get you lavender, get you rose, get you about an ounce of each. You also want to get you some vanilla extract. You gotta get the organic vanilla extract. Yes, vanilla extract. You want to get you don't have to get a lot. So what you need is like 13 drops. So you're gonna do the same thing like you did with the other bath. You know, boil the herbs, drain them, get you a pot. You know what I mean? Run the water, and then put the herbs into the water. While it's still hot, you gotta make sure it's still boiling hot. And then after you put the herbs in, then you want to get you the vanilla extract. Make sure it's the organic kind, the original kind, not the imitation. Put you 13 drops in there. Make sure you say your prayer, whatever it is. So you trying to bring in the love energy. So you're gonna speak to the universe. So when you're saying your prayers, this is what you're speaking to. You're confirming to the universe what it is that you want to bring in, and you're saying it as if you already got it. So this is how you do your affirmations. So it's an affirmation. It's very similar to your affirmations and your prayers. So when I do it, so It's very key that you say that and you incorporate that. Can't nobody tell. I can't tell you what exactly to say. You just it has to come from you. It has to be your own words coming from your mind, but it has to be sincere. And the more energy you put into it and the more sincerity you put into it, the more powerful it's going to be. Same thing with any ritual. So, I forgot. You need a rose quartz for this as well. And you're going to put the rose quartz in the water, in the tub with you. It doesn't matter what size the rose quartz is. So you need Haja and the Conqueror, lavender, rose. You're going to need an ounce of each. You got to get the original organic vanilla extract. You're going to get 13 drops of that. And you're going to need a rose quartz crystal. You're going to put the crystal in the water. Say your prayer, then get in the water. You have to stay in the water for at least 30 minutes and just let it soak. Let your aura soak. You know what I mean? You're going to feel awesome when you get out. I promise you that. I'm going to give one more bath that's really good for getting rid of negativity. If you feel like you're under any type of psychic attack, if you feel like anybody's cursed you, or you feel like you're haunted or anything like that, you're trying to get anything off of you, you're trying to start anew, you're trying to start a new phase, you're trying to enter a new period in your life, this is a really, really good bath to do. I'm going to just start with the ingredients. You're going to need 1 can of goat's milk, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1.5 ounces of ruta. Ruta is a herb. I've done this ritual for myself a couple of times, and I've done it for multiple different people, and I've had great results every single time. I can't put into words to you how powerful this ritual is. I'm not gonna tell you where it comes from. If you have the mind to do it, if you have the courage to do it, then you'll do it. It's powerful. If you're trying to make that, you're trying to take it to the next step, then this is something you need to work with. So the ruta, when I got it, I couldn't get it nowhere in the States. This is a very, very powerful herb. I had to get it from Australia, and it took me like 2 or 3 weeks for me to even get it. But you have to get the ruta, RUDA. Also, you're gonna need 1 ounce of kosher salt. You're gonna need 6 ounces of pomegranate juice. You're gonna need 1 ounce of Florida water. You can find the Florida water at any magical shop. If you can't find Florida water, you can substitute it for rainwater. But it has to be clean rainwater, untouched. And also you're going to need 1 white candle. So I'm going to go through the ingredients again. 1 can of goat's milk, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1.5 ounce of ruta, 1 ounce of kosher salt, 6 ounces of pomegranate juice, 1 ounce of Florida water or rainwater, and you're going to need 1 white candle. Like I said, this is a very powerful bath. For the people who are going to do it, if anybody's going to do it, I tell you the steps that I did it. It's important that you do certain things in certain steps. So once you get the ruta, you're going to work the ruta just like you're doing a tea. Boil it, put it in, boil it, strain it, get the essence in the water. You want to sit it in a pot, but you want to keep the ruta in a separate pot. And then all the rest of the things you're going to combine it. So you're going to combine the goat's milk, the lime juice, the salt, the pomegranate juice, and the water. You're going to combine that in a separate bowl. So you're going to have one mixture with everything else, and then you're going to have one mixture with just the herbs and the water that's been strained, already strained and hot. So once you have the two, then you mix the two in one container together. It's important that you do it, the steps the way. It might not sound like, it may not make sense, but just do it that way. So once you have the two, then combine the two together in one big container. Now the water, you should have already set, already hot, you know what I mean? You're going to take your white candle, and in the white candle, what you're going to do is, you want to get one of the candles that you can hold, that you can, like one of the long skinny candles. Get like a long skinny one, or one that you can put your hand around. Because what you're going to do is, I'm going to have to do a separate video on exactly how to do candle magic. But just for this purpose in this bath, just understand that you're going to put your intentions and your emotions and everything that you want to release. You're going to have to visually release that into the candle before you put everything in the bath. So you're going to have one big container, the water already ran, and you're going to have your candle. So you're going to take your candle, visualize everything that you want to release. So if you visualize, if you think somebody's attacked you, or you under some type of spiritual attack, you want to visualize somebody, whatever it is, as energy, and you want to visualize it coming off of you, coming off your aura, and going into the candle. So if you feel like it's a curse, you want to imagine the curse coming off of you and going into the candle. Whatever it is, if you're just trying to be a new person or a better person, you want to visualize the old person coming off of you and going into the candle. Your visualization is key. Your sincerity is key. The more sincere you are, the more you believe it, the more emotion you put into it, the more powerful it will be. The more confident you are, the more powerful it will be. This is the basics of magic. If you going into it like, this is silly, I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. If you go into it with that mindset, you're not going to get the right results. It's better off that you don't. If you believe in magic, if you've seen magic work on some small level before, you should know that this is real and this is work. And if you go into it with the right mindset, you will get the right results. So the mindset is everything. So you want to visualize everything that you want to release coming off of you, off of your aura, into this candle, a white candle. Now, like I said, it's important that you speak or affirm your intentions to the universe in some form. I have certain words that I say, but you can't say my words because my words wouldn't work for you because I've been saying them for years. Your intention that you put in and your repetition builds up the power into it. So it doesn't matter what you say, it's how long you've been saying it. So whatever it is, you need to write something down, whatever your intentions is, whatever you're trying to get with, and you need to say it. If it's just I release, you just need to say I release. I release whatever it is into the universe. If it's that simple, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be real. The more energy, the more time you put into it, the more powerful it'll be. I'll say that, but it don't have to be long. So, but you need to say something. You need to affirm your intentions to the universe out loud. Your voice and your voice is very powerful. So you have to speak it. So you want to do that, and then once you do that, you say it out loud, you light the candle, you put the herbs in the tub. This bath you want to stay in at least 45 minutes. Stay in this bath at least 45 minutes. I know the bath's going to look crazy because you put a whole bunch of crazy shit in the tub. I know it's going to look crazy. I know you probably not going to have to, you're going to have to do it at a time where people not home, so people not looking at you like you crazy. You know what I mean? Or if you have people who support things like this, that's always good. You know what I mean? So, but it's whether what people think is irrelevant. It's important that you do it. And I promise you, this bath, you will see the results. And this bath, I tell you, you will feel a little funny for about 3 days. Because what this bath is going to do, it's going to completely break your old aura. And it's going to start the process of kind of building a new aura. So you really are kind of rebuilding or reshaping yourself with the combination of the things that's in here, with the ruta, the herb, being the anchor. Very, very powerful herb, ruta. So that's just a couple of baths that I just wanted to give out. Another powerful thing that I use is oils. The essential oils, I got a couple of them right here. You can just get just like the little bottles. I got a diffuser. I got 2 diffusers in my bedroom, and some of these herbs, man, I just engulf myself just in the smell. So some of the herbs that I like to use dealing with the diffuser is spearmint. Spearmint is one of the first herbs that I bought when I first got my first diffuser, and one of the things that I learned about it after I bought it, because I don't ever look a herb up before I go. I always just try to pick a herb that resonates with me, and then I learn about it when I get home. So I didn't know nothing about spearmint. I didn't know what its magical purpose was. I just got it because I was, I knew about mint, but I didn't know the difference between just regular mint and spearmint. So I got the spearmint, and when I got home, I started, taking the fragrance in. And then while I'm taking the fragrance in, I'm learning about the herb. So I was looking it up, and I remember one thing that it said was that spearmint gives you mental powers. It's one of the best herbs that you can use for mental clarity and to invoke psychic visions and prophet visions. So anything you want to do to just build up the mind, spearmint, just get you the essential oil. I got some right here. Just get you the essential oil and just put you a couple drops in the diffuser, and the oil itself, just the smell, you know what I mean? Smell, a lot of times people really don't understand just the power of that scent. Smell is very subtle, but it's a very, very powerful sense that we have, and it affects us on levels that we don't really understand or can't see, just the way things smell. So spearmint is a very good oil for that. Another good oil that I like to use to build my creativity, also I just love the way it smells, is bergamot. Bergamot, very, very, very good oil to build your creativity for all the artists out there. For all the writers out there, anybody who's dealing with anything creative, you want to work with bergamot. Another good oil that I like to use is sandalwood. Sandalwood has one of the best smells of any oil I've ever tried, and I've tried a lot of different oils. So if you haven't, just to smell sandalwood is just the best for meditation. One of the best oils I can use to get me in meditation is sandalwood. Also, for meditation, I would say, neroli. Neroli is another good oil that I use to get me in meditation. I mean, just get me in a real quick zone just from the smell. I would say sandalwood and neroli is a very good one. Neroli is made from orange blossoms. So what they do is they take a whole bunch of orange blossoms and they condense them down and they just make an oil out of them. So I think it's like thousands of oranges that go into like one drop of this neroli oil. So it's something crazy, but it's a little pricey. I think neroli is actually a little expensive. But if you can afford it, I definitely recommend it, man. Very, very good oil, and the meditations that you're going to get with it is very, very powerful. Another essential oils that I like to use for healing is eucalyptus and echinacea. Both of those are my healing herbs that I like to do in the diffuser. Anytime I get headaches or, you know, just going through any type of sickness, I don't really get sick that much. I do get headaches sometimes. So echinacea and eucalyptus are very, very, very good for those. Also, you can use the echinacea and the eucalyptus in a bath. That's really good. Just to oil. You don't have to put nothing else in it. Just a couple drops of oil, you know, maybe like 6 or 7 in the bath, and you'll be good. I will say something else I learned the hard way is you want to be careful what oils you put in the bath. Namely mint. Had to learn that the hard way. You just can't just go putting oils in the bath, because some herbs are really powerful. It's a couple other herbs oils that I learned you can't put in the bath, but I can't think of them right now. Orange. Don't put orange oil in the bath. That's not good. Learned that the hard way. But like I said, I'm a scientist. I be trying shit. You know what I mean? I guess sometimes it's best to look up, but I just see what happens. So I'll be trying it, and I learned the hard way. So learn from somebody like me. Another good oil to use in the bath. I would say if you're gonna do an oil bath, this is my number one. If you're gonna buy an oil just to do baths with, I would say get geranium. Geranium is so good for baths. Man, just if you don't do anything else, just take a geranium bath, please. Get this oil and take a bath in it, man. Very powerful. You will know the effects soon as you get in the tub with this oil. It is so intoxicating. It is so just meditative. It's so peaceful. It just opens you up, man. This is an awesome herb. Get the geranium. So I'm not gonna go on and on, because I could go on and on for days talking about herbs. It took me a couple of days just to compile a list of some of the ones that I even wanted to talk about, because there's so many. But that's just a couple of my top ones. I'm probably gonna come back later on and just do another video on herbs, probably herbs and crystals, because thinking about it now, there's so many crystals that I wanted to talk about that I just forgot to talk about, that I didn't mention, but I can't mention or talk about them all. But I love herbs and I love oils and I love crystals, man. So if you're trying to build your magic, man, please just start working with one or start working with all, man. They will take your life, your magic, and your consciousness to the next level. Chaos.